Thank you. Before I introduce Mabry Andrews, I do have to plug some center things here. So, as many of you know, if you've read some of the documentation coming through the door, what we're celebrating today is the culmination of two projects. The West Medford Remembrance Project that you see in the display case that came from the Medford Public Library. And that was the work of a lot of people's effort coming together in Tufts University. And during a board meeting, when we're trying to figure out ways to make the center more attractive and everything, Bob Penta said, hey, why don't we see if we can get that Remembrance Project moved down here? That's all I had to hear. So I'm the guy that makes things happen, so I turned to Neil. Neil, how do we make this happen? And really, that started the ball rolling, and we got to this point today because of a lot of people's effort, and we couldn't make all of them known. The second part is the Elders Project that you see displayed with the pictures from OTHA. What you'll notice, everyone in this room, is there's a blank. And that is because we as a board, as part of the mission of the West Medford Community Center, is we want to make this a living, breathing project. We want to add people to our Elders Project. And if you look, you know, we took up most of the space for the Remembrance Project, but there are still some spaces left. So we encourage everyone to become a member of the West Medford Community Center. If you like doing cool things like what we're doing here today, we can do more, but we can't do it without your help, without you becoming members, without people voting to join a committee and help us push some initiative forward, because none of this happens by itself. Terry can't do it by himself, Bill can't do it by himself, I can't do it by myself, Mrs. T can't do it by ourselves, but together we are much stronger and can do a lot of great things. So I encourage everyone today, renew your membership. Our annual meeting is 2 weeks from tomorrow. We have an 11-member board. 8 of the 11 members are up for election, myself included. So please, become a part of the West Medford Community Center and help us continue these efforts. And now let me bring on Mabry Andrews.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I am just honored to be here before you, standing here to speak to you, because I don't know why. I don't have any more. There's so many people here, let me put it this way, who could be standing here speaking to you. So it is quite an honor. I am a product of West Medford, and I like what you said about that empty picture, because when I came in I saw Terry Lynn Carrington. I said, hey, if this lasts long enough, you can get your picture up there. I know you don't want it up there now because, you know, you're not, you know, I know you don't consider yourself an elder, but you know, the day will come, you're a pioneer. So, but this morning, I was thinking about, and for a while I've been thinking about, what am I going to speak about? I knew that the orator would really lay it out there. And he talked about some of the things that I want to talk about. But I just want to tell you that this morning, I saw Sonny Carrington on his way down here, and I was just finishing my bicycle ride. I ride my bike a lot, and I ride it all over the place. And I was thinking about something I told somebody before about what was my inspiration to do this bicycling like I do it. And I told them that it was my Uncle Mabry, who always rode a bike. He doesn't ride a bike fast like I ride, but he always, all over the neighborhood. And I say this not because he was my uncle, because he belonged to the community of West Medford. People come up and tell me that, you know, I knew your uncle, and I felt like, you know, he was my uncle too. And so he belonged to the community. And so I saw him as one of the community people. He was my uncle, but I saw him riding up and down the street every day on his bicycle, and that inspired me. And I was thinking about that and said to myself, you know, there are so many people who were there when I was growing up, who did something to inspire me. These pictures around here, I love this because now when I first walked into the community center to see this, because Bill said, I want you to come and see the Remembrance Project as we have it now, and to see all of our leaders and all of our people who are here still with us, their pictures, and some of those who are gone, and then the history. It's like this is the gateway now, that you see all of our history. You see it when you walk in, and that is powerful. And the thing that I was thinking about was that, you know, this is like the gateway, and I was thinking about in the Bible, there was a time when if you went into a community, well, that town had gates on it. And so the elders of the town were the ones who you would go see. And they would just come and talk to you and find out who you were. And West Medford was like that. If you came into West Medford, somebody would want to know who you were and befriend you and talk to you. And I think that spirit still goes on here in West Medford. So I want to tell you that with this great cloud of witnesses we have here, of what has transpired in this community, because there's others whose pictures are not here, who you can read about. But we have another conversation. But they're here in this community of West Medford are people, and Terry alluded to this, are people who are coming into this community to live. They're coming in to raise their children. I was raised here. And so I know the history of when I was raised here, and I know the time of when I was raised here, and I know the community of when I was raised here. I know the love I felt when I was raised here. And I know people are moving in, and they are not all white, all black. They are white. And there was a time when we used to say, how long you live here? 15 years, you haven't been here long. But you know, Terry was saying that we have to change our mindset a bit, because people are rebuffed when you tell them that you're not going to consider them a member of the community until they've been here umpteen years, because they've come to raise their children. We have to look at them and welcome them and show them our past as these people who we talk about were about excellence. When you sum it up, they were about excellence. They wanted to do the most excellent thing for this community. Living here in this community, there was no such thing as, you want to go to college? What are you, uppity? No, it was more of, you better go to college. I remember my grandmother chasing me around the house, and I know this isn't politically correct, but she was going to whoop my butt because I said, I'm not going to college. I was like 6 years old. She was like, you're going to college. So there was a spirit, there is a spirit of excellence in this community. And we must transmit that spirit, especially the people of color in this community must say, You are now part of a community of excellence. And we want you to be part of this community. We want you to raise your kids and know that there were people who struggled because they were people of color. And because of that, we have to understand and we have to put that out there. But we don't just say, so you can't be a part of this community, but we must say that you are a part of this community. This is an inclusive community here. I have some neighbors who have just moved in, and they want to be friends. They want to be friendly. They want to get to know the people around them. They just had a child, and they want to raise their child here. That's what they came here for. They didn't come to be hostile or anything like that. They came to be part of the community. They see the people in this community working in this center. They see the people doing things, and they want to be part of that. They don't want to be excluded because they haven't lived here 10 years yet. They want to be a part of the community. So we must do that. We must extend. Those of us who have been here a while, black and white, have to extend the hand and let them know that we are a people of excellence. We are a unique people here in West Medford. We have come through so much, and that we have so much to give. Let us give it. Thank you very much.